Have you ever experienced a feeling that your life is no longer truly yours? It's as if your daily routine is entirely dictated by your children's desires and requirements. As we age, it's only natural to want to be there for our kids, to provide assistance when they need it, and to remain close to them. However, it's important to recognize that there's a delicate balance between being a supportive parent and becoming a caretaker who loses their independence in their later years. In reality, many seniors inadvertently find themselves trapped in this situation. They give so much of themselves, sacrificing their own well-being, and eventually come to realize that their time, energy, and even financial security have been commandeered by their children's expectations. The good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. You can still be a loving parent while preserving your independence, dignity, and the life you've crafted for yourself. In today's video, we're going to explore 6 impactful strategies that will help you maintain your freedom as you age, ensuring you don't become overwhelmed by your children's needs. From establishing clear boundaries to safeguarding your financial independence, these techniques will empower you to live life on your own terms while still nurturing healthy and meaningful relationships with your loved ones. So stay with us until the end, because what we're about to discuss could profoundly change how you view your later years. Let's dive in. First up, we need to talk about the importance of setting clear boundaries. A common mistake that many older parents make is believing that their role as a provider is never truly complete. You have invested so much time and effort into raising your children, giving them everything they needed to become independent adults. However, this doesn't mean you owe them every minute of your retirement. If you find yourself constantly rearranging your life to cater to their needs or feeling guilty for saying no, it's high time to draw some clear lines. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, and that respect must extend to your time, energy, and personal life. If your children expect you to drop everything for them or to take on responsibilities that should be theirs, it's crucial to communicate what is and isn't acceptable. This doesn't mean you have to shut them out or act coldly. Instead, it's about making it known that your needs are just as significant as theirs. Take, for instance, the story of Robert, a 72-year-old father who found himself babysitting his grandchildren 5 days a week. Initially, he cherished the opportunity to help out, but as time passed, he began to feel like he had no life of his own. Once he found the courage to set clearer limits, something remarkable happened. His children adapted. They sought alternative solutions, and Robert was able to reclaim his freedom without jeopardizing his family ties. Prioritizing yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. As a parent, your primary role is to raise children who can stand on their own, not to serve them endlessly. By establishing boundaries, you teach your children to honor your time and efforts while still nurturing a loving connection. The second point we need to address is the importance of prioritizing your financial security. Many older parents mistakenly put their children's financial needs ahead of their own. They may dip into their savings, co-sign loans, or even give away large sums of money, often out of love, but sometimes out of a sense of obligation. The harsh reality is, once your money runs out, no one is going to step in to replenish it for you. Retirement should be a time for you to enjoy the rewards of your hard work. Yet, far too many seniors find themselves facing financial difficulties because they felt guilty about saying no. While helping your children when you can is a kind gesture, sacrificing your financial stability for their comfort can lead to dire consequences. In fact, the best thing you can do for your children is to ensure you never become a financial burden to them. Consider Harold, a 74-year-old man who spent years bailing his son out of poor financial decisions. Each time, his son promised to pay him back, but the money never returned. Eventually, Harold recognized that he was jeopardizing his own future. He had to make the tough choice to stop providing financial assistance and allow his son to learn the value of financial responsibility. Although it was difficult at first, it ultimately led to his son becoming more accountable with money, while Harold was able to safeguard the retirement he had worked so hard for. When your children ask for financial help, take a moment to think carefully before giving in. Ask yourself if this could put your own security at risk. Are they leaning on you instead of figuring things out independently? Remember, putting yourself first is crucial because no one else will do it for you. Protect what you've worked for. Don't allow guilt to rob you of your peace of mind. If you're still with us and finding these insights helpful, I'd love for you to comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so and turning on the bell so you won't miss any future videos. Your support is what helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move on to our third point. The third strategy is to maintain your own life and interests. One of the most frequent mistakes people make as they age is allowing their lives to shrink down to just their children's needs. This often starts subtly, perhaps with small compromises like canceling plans to help them with errands, spending more time babysitting than engaging in activities you love, or postponing personal goals because they might need your assistance. Before you know it, your entire existence revolves around them, and you may lose touch with who you are beyond being a parent. Here's the truth. Your identity is not solely defined by being a mom or dad. Before your children arrived, you had passions, friendships, and dreams that mattered. If you abandon your personal interests, you risk losing your sense of self, and nothing drains a person's vitality faster than the feeling that their life no longer belongs to them. Take Edward, a 76-year-old retired teacher who had a passion for woodworking. When his daughter had her first child, he was eager to help, spending increasing amounts of time caring for his grandson. However, he soon realized that his days were consumed with child-rearing, and he hardly touched his tools anymore. It wasn't until a friend encouraged him to pick up his woodworking again that he recognized how much he had set aside his own passions. Once he resumed his hobby, he felt fulfilled and even discovered a new group of friends who shared his love for woodworking. It's easy to justify putting your children first, but you must ask yourself, who is looking out for you? A fulfilling old age doesn't come from simply waiting around to be needed. It arises from pursuing what excites you. Whether it's a hobby, traveling, learning something new, or spending time with inspiring people, keeping your interests alive is vital to remain vibrant, engaged, and independent. Your children have their own lives, and you deserve to have yours too. Now we move on to the fourth point, teaching self-reliance instead of dependence. One of the greatest gifts you can offer your children is the ability to stand on their own 2 feet. Unfortunately, many parents continue to swoop in to solve their problems and make life easier for them well into adulthood. While this may feel like love, it can actually hinder their growth and independence. It's crucial to reflect on whether you're truly helping your children or merely enabling them. If they call you every time they need financial aid, emotional support, or a quick fix for their problems, and you always jump in to assist, they might never get the chance to learn how to handle life's challenges independently. In the process, you may find yourself utterly drained, constantly giving while they continue to take. Take Frank, a 70-year-old father who realized that his son, now in his 40s, had never really learned to stand on his own. Each time life became difficult, Frank was there to offer money, fix mistakes, and provide a safety net. But when Frank finally decided to stop bailing him out, something unexpected occurred. His son started figuring things out for himself. Yes, he made mistakes, but he also learned how to be responsible, and their relationship improved because there was no longer the expectation that Frank would always come to the rescue. This doesn't mean you shouldn't support your children. There's a significant difference between offering guidance and taking on their burdens. They are adults now, And part of maturing means learning to handle setbacks, make decisions, and take responsibility for their own choices. By constantly stepping in, you may be depriving them of the opportunity to develop essential skills to thrive. If you're still here and finding these insights beneficial, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're still with us. And for those who haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and click the bell so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Your support is what helps us continue producing valuable content for you. Now let's proceed to our 5th point, establishing emotional independence. Many older parents unknowingly tie their emotional well-being to their children. They find themselves waiting for phone calls, feeling hurt when their kids don't visit, or adjusting their moods based on how much attention they receive. But here's a tough truth. Your happiness should never hinge on someone else's actions. The moment you allow your emotional state to be dictated by your children, you relinquish control over your own life. It's perfectly natural to love your family, but there's a distinct difference between loving them and being emotionally dependent on them. When your self-worth is tied to how often they reach out or how much they appreciate you, you set yourself up for constant disappointment. Your children are busy. They have jobs, families, and their own responsibilities. While they may love you deeply, they cannot be the sole source of your emotional fulfillment. Take Alina, a 73-year-old woman who used to feel heartbroken every time her son canceled plans or forgot to call. She spent years feeling unappreciated until one day she decided to change her focus. Instead of waiting for her children to reach out, she began making plans with friends, joining social groups, and rediscovering hobbies she had previously neglected. The outcome? She became happier and more confident, and surprisingly, her relationship with her children improved because she no longer placed the burden of her happiness on them. You have the power to cultivate joy in your own life. By building a strong emotional foundation outside of your children, you liberate yourself from unnecessary pain and disappointment. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, engage in activities that bring you fulfillment, and recognize that your value isn't determined by how much attention you receive. True happiness comes from within, not from waiting for others to provide it. Finally, let's discuss the 6th point, protecting your peace by establishing boundaries. One of the most powerful things you can do in your later years is to learn how to say no. Too many parents feel obligated to meet every request thrown their way, whether it's babysitting their grandchildren, lending money, or rearranging their lives to accommodate their children's needs. But let's be honest, you are not an endless resource, and your time, energy, and well-being deserve just as much consideration as theirs. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you love your children any less. It simply means you recognize your own worth and refuse to sacrifice your peace for the sake of keeping others happy. If you constantly feel drained, unappreciated, or taken advantage of, that's a clear signal that it's time to establish some boundaries. Take George, a 78-year-old man who spent years saying yes to every request his children made. Need help moving? He would cancel his plans. Need someone to watch the grandkids at the last minute? He would drop everything. Eventually, he came to the realization that his kindness had morphed into an obligation. His children had begun to expect his help rather than appreciate it. One day, he decided to set some limits. He still offered help when it was genuine, but he stopped overextending himself at the cost of his own happiness. At first, his children were taken aback, but over time they learned to respect his decisions. Their relationships became far healthier as a result. Boundaries are not about pushing people away. They're about safeguarding your own well-being. By prioritizing your own needs, you teach others to respect you and create space for relationships built on mutual appreciation rather than obligation. You have given enough. Now it's time to give yourself permission to live life on your own terms. If you're still with us and finding value in these insights, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support is what allows us to keep creating meaningful content for you. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with some final thoughts. As you navigate this stage of life, remember this. You are not here to serve others at the expense of your own happiness. You've spent decades giving, sacrificing, and striving to do what is best for your family. Now it's your time to focus on yourself. This doesn't mean cutting off your children or abandoning family responsibilities. It simply means recognizing that your life still belongs to you. The key to a fulfilling old age lies in finding balance. Love your children, but don't become their servant. Offer support, but don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of. Help when you can, but don't sacrifice your well-being in the process. You are still a person with needs, dreams, and desires, and you deserve to live a life that reflects that. As you think about the 6 strategies we covered today, ask yourself which areas you need to focus on the most. Are you setting healthy boundaries? Are you protecting your emotional well-being? Are you making decisions based on your happiness rather than solely on your children's expectations? We would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to implement it in your life. Your insights are important to us, and reading your comments motivates and encourages us. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it. Your support enables us to continue producing valuable content aimed at informing and inspiring you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.